What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and today I'm going to be talking about The Last Jedi. It's been a little bit over a year since The Last Jedi was released, and a lot of people are doing videos about what's been going on since it was released and just the events that have unfolded within the past year. So I'm going to talk about my personal experience and my journey this past year. Now, I went and saw The Last Jedi the night it came out, and I had tickets for the night it was released and then the morning after. I went in expecting to finally see Luke Skywalker after all of these years. I was going to see Luke Skywalker. I was going to see him train Rey. I was going to see Luke and Leia reunited. I was going to see, get my answers as to why Luke abandoned everyone and went off, and I thought he was on this, intense Jedi quest. I was expecting The Empire Strikes Back, something along that lines, because my favorite Star Wars movie is The Empire Strikes Back. A New Hope leads you in, it gets you attached to those characters, it shows Luke Skywalker in the beginning of his hero's journey, and then in The Empire Strikes Back, it shows him while he's in the middle of this journey, his training with Master Yoda. Then it drops that bomb with Darth Vader in him, and it makes you understand more about him and why Luke is so powerful, and it just adds so much depth to the story. And that's what I thought this was going to be, because JJ set the tone by basically doing a remake of A New Hope. And so I was like, alright, we got The New Hope, let's get the new version of Empire Strikes Back. So I was so ready. I was like, this is going to be so much better than The Force Awakens. I'm so ready for this. The whole Last Jedi thing, I was kind of thrown off by the trailer that they released when Luke is just like, it's time for the Jedi to end. And I thought that was going to lead into him explaining that, the Jedi were too strict on their rules. You need to have a balance. And he learned that with Master Yoda, where Master Yoda was just like, you have too much bonds with your friends. You're going to sacrifice your training with me to go save them. That's not the right decision. And Luke, he did. His faith in his friends is a strength, not a weakness. It's on my board about, everything I learned in life, I learned from Star Wars. And Luke explaining that the Jedi way was there was faults in it, and, learning about his parents and Anakin and Padme and how they had this love for one another and how they had to hide it, and that it was used against Anakin and it led him to the dark side, and how you can have people in your life that you can love. And so the path of the Jedi, it's too strict and nobody can really live under those circumstances. And I thought that that's where they were going with it. And then I got into theater, and within the first 5 minutes I was pulling my hair out. I'm like, what the am I watching? This is not Star Wars. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, what is going on? What the hell am I watching? And I remember just being in the theater and I was just, my skin, that feeling when your skin heats up and it's just like, you're just so angry. And at the end, people booed in the theater. I was like, what the heck? And I was convinced, this has got to be a prank. I did not just watch this. This was the worst thing I have ever seen. And then I had tickets for the next morning, and instead of returning them, I was like, I got to see it again. Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe I went in it expecting Empire Strikes Back, and I didn't get that, and that's why it made me upset. No, second time was even worse. I was in myself at the theater. At least I was in, a reclining seat. I was comfortable while I was watching it, but still, I've never been so angry and hurt, and I expected to see a Star Wars movie, and I didn't get that. And I posted about it. I was like, that was the worst thing. Do not watch it. That was a horrible movie. That is not Star Wars. And everyone that's ever known me in my entire life knows how much I love Star Wars. And so I got 100 people, well, more than 100 people. Every single person that I knew was asking me, what do you mean you didn't like Star Wars? Anna, you love Star Wars. That is part of who you are. How did you not like it? So I got bombarded by all these messages from people asking me why I didn't like it. So I was like, you know what? I can't, write this message and copy and paste it to hundreds of people. I'm just going to make a video, and I'm going to send that video out to everyone. So I made a video, and I posted it on YouTube, and then I sent the link. I posted the link on my Facebook, and I sent it to everyone that had messaged me. So I sent it to hundreds of people. So all of my family and friends watched it, and they're like, okay, I understand. I broke it down. And then other people watched it that I wasn't expecting, and then people wanted me to make another one. So I made, you know, a story about how I fell in love with Star Wars, and that's my second video, was how I got introduced to Star Wars and how it became such a big part of my life. And when I made that video, something happened with the YouTube algorithm, but it blew up my first video. So my video just went from like a couple thousand views to 75,000 views within 24 hours. And it was a huge shock to me. I was never expecting anything like that to happen. Like, I just paint. I just draw and I just paint. And I was not expecting to be a person that, you know, gets, you know, I do my hair and my makeup and I make videos and I talk about Star Wars. I never thought like anything like that would happen. But then I met other people that felt the same way that I was feeling, and I saw the comments in my videos, and one of the ones that really struck me was somebody said that they were, you know, had YouTube a video playing and mine was in the suggested videos, and they were doing their chores, and then my video started playing and they just were listening to me and they stopped what they were doing and they came over and they watched my video and they're like, oh my gosh, I relate to this person so much, and everything that you said was exactly what I was feeling. And that struck something with me, the fact that there was other people that I was connecting with that love Star Wars as much as I did, and I've never been able to meet other people that I could really have in-depth conversations about Star Wars with, because I was always just known as that weird Star Wars girl, and I never was able to interact with people to the level that I am now. And it's unfortunate what's going on with Star Wars, and I didn't know about this whole culture war that was going on. I basically lived under a rock just painting and drawing because that's what I do. I'm a professional artist. I didn't know about everything that was going on, and especially all of this stuff that, you know, Star Wars, and that's why Star Wars was, you know, just kind of destroyed, because it was something that was so great, that was meant to tell a story, that was to show a hero's journey, and that's why it was so great, because of what George Lucas did. He had the story within him that he needed to make, and he did it, and you can see that is why Star Wars is what it is. And now people are just capitalizing on that. They're like, this made a lot of money, a lot of people like this, let me take this, let me destroy it, and let me shove identity politics and all of this nonsense in it, and then if you don't like it, then they're like, oh, well, then you're just a sexist, misogynistic racist. And it's like, no, you can't say that about me. I didn't like this movie because it was a horrible movie and it wasn't a Star Wars movie. If you want to do your stupid political campaign, go do your own movie about that. Don't take something that already exists and destroy it and then get mad at people because they don't like it, because we went in expecting Star Wars and we got your stupid politics. I didn't go to Star Wars to watch your politics. I went to go see Luke Skywalker be Luke Skywalker, and to see Princess Leia be Princess Leia, and to see Han Solo be Han Solo. I didn't go to see this garbage. And the fact that you get mad and they blame us for their faults. So it's absolutely disgusting what's been going on and what is continuing to happen with Star Wars. And the more and more I've learned, the more disgusted I've been. And a Jedi uses their powers for knowledge and defense, never for attack. They took Star Wars and they abused it, and then they attacked people for calling them out for abusing it. I will use my powers for defending Star Wars, and I will use my knowledge of Star Wars to defend it, and I will use my love and my passion for Star Wars to defend it, because Star Wars is worth fighting for, and that is what I have been doing since January, since I posted my video, since I even saw the movie and told people and was trying to make people aware of how much this isn't Star Wars and what's been going on. And it's been amazing that I've been able to meet some other incredible people in this journey, and I'm going to continue to fight for Star Wars, because Star Wars is worth fighting for. And it's horrible what's been going on with it, but I've met some amazing people, and I know that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not the only one that is fighting for Star Wars. And the first time in my life, I know I'm not alone. And it's amazing to be around other people that have this passion and have this love for something that I've been told my entire life that I was weird for loving. And we're all coming together and we're all part of this community called the Fandom Menace, and we will fight for Star Wars because Star Wars is something that is worth saving. And that's what I've been doing this past year, and it's something that I'm going to continue to do. And like I just said over and over again, it's because Star Wars is worth fighting for. So everyone, have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you because we are going to need it in our fight for Star Wars.